Welcome back to Glowing Card Gaming. Tonight, a short night. We have one reaction video scheduled. And now, your host, Adam. Hey everybody. I'm going to turn this down so I can, or turn it off so I can talk and say some things. So, channel's definitely been getting more views, more comments, and things of that nature. So, I'd like to talk about the short that I posted, which actually got probably the most comments I've ever gotten on a video or short. I'm only seeing 2 out of the 4 on my screen. It's weird. Might have to pull it up on the let me go to the actual video. Hold on. Hold on. Let's look at the comments. Here we go. Now I can pull them all up. So this one's titled Paranormal Shadow Walking Across the Fridge. This is a short that's like 59 seconds. Actually quite a few likes on it too. So seems to be going well. So be sure when you're seeing these things and all that, be sure to subscribe, like, and share it out there. Actually, tonight, only subscribe. Don't have to share it out, like, or hit that notification. Any of that stuff. I'm only asking for the shares and the follows. You don't have to comment. You don't have to like any of that. Just subscribe. We're stuck at 100 subscribers on YouTube, so I'd like to get that number a little higher. The watch hours are actually pretty good. It looks like I'm on my way to being monetized, which is a good thing. And I think this channel can do it. I think we can do it. I think we're producing good content, getting those likes and subscribes, and just constantly producing new content. So I'm glad most of you are enjoying it. Maybe not all. It's kind of what I wanted to address some of the comments. None of the comments are really negative. So but yeah, I think we're all heading in a good direction. Everything looks good. First one I want to address Joe Daff, who Black Wolf Gamer, if you don't know. And how much more clear evidence do you need that this man is living with a veritable poltergeist? You absolute rationalist. If you guys don't know, this is satire. He's being funny here. At least I hope that that's what it comes across to me as. He's saying that I'm being rational, and he's actually kind of probably making fun of the other commenters. But I don't know that for sure. I know he's making fun of me specifically. So I don't have a lot to say to that one. Thank you for commenting, and I enjoyed that one. Maybe it's 6'7" kid. I think that's a line from a movie or yeah, it's I had to read up on it because I was not familiar with this saying. Meaning that is considered nonsensical. So I'm wondering if he means I'm being nonsensical about it. I mean, I don't think I am. I'm actually looking at this with more knowledge that this is fake versus this being real. That's why I'm coming at it that way. This one could be real. I'm not saying that it's not real. And the way that was cut, kind of loses that. But if you watch the full video, I think it comes across that most of the time, I don't know if they're faking it or if it's real, but I just get the feeling most people are faking it. I'm sure there are real ones in there, and you have to know what's going on with that to know that. So, yeah. Who made it? Yeah, there's tons of Skrilla, I guess. Repeat the lyrics 6-7. In April 2025, continued rise of Mason 6-7. Stereotype, which fictional archetype of a suburban white Gen Alpha or Gen Z boy. I actually do, come on, guys. Let's not go to that extreme if that's what you're meaning. I don't think that's really what you're meaning. I think you're just saying I'm full of it. It's a nice way of saying you're full of it. So, and that's your opinion. That's fine. It doesn't really bother me. I'm just trying to read through and make sure I'm reading this correctly and I'm understanding what 6-7 is. I know. I'm an unk for that, I'm sure. Let me have it in the comments for that one. Rightfully deserved and earned. Deserved and earned. All right. So, 1 second here. I got to do the multi-stream. I don't know who my second viewer is, but if it's who I think it is, we're going to be watching some paranormal stuff. So I don't know if you want to be in for that. But I want to comment on the other two commenters. Because these two are the most, critical and the most that I actually want to respond to. Kyle Cool 364 says, bro thinks it's fake. That G-I-O-S-T, ghost, has been living with them for years and they adapted to it. No. I said they faked it. They didn't adapt to it. They faked it. This isn't real. They are faking. They're trolling for views, and you and I are both watching. We watched it. They got our views. They got our watch time. They got our hours. Done. Yeah. They could dang well be fake. Could dang well be real, too. I don't know the answer to that. That's your opinion. If you think it's real, more power to you. Sometimes I'll have more faith that it's real because of my Christian background. It is true that there are spirits and demons. We're not supposed to interact with any of those directly. So in these cases, we would call on Christ to cleanse the house and get everything out. So that's really what we're supposed to do. But it could very well be fake, and there's really nothing to it. And I don't actually know you would ever really adapt to that. I don't think you would. And especially since it just generally it generally intensifies, so that the activity becomes worse over time. Generally, that's how it goes. So I don't think you can adapt to it. And the last one, this is the one that actually kind of convinces me this might be real and they aren't faking it. Lori Clarkson, 9180. IDK, I don't know. That breathing says terror. She's not wrong. Most of the people in these videos that are faking it are horrible actors. They can't act and you can tell they're just faking it. One of my shorts a little while ago really shows that. I mean, just the way he's talking to the ghost, and the way he's interacting with it, it almost seems like AI generated, but it's just fake. It's just fake. You can see it. But this one, the breathing, it's hard to regulate your breathing like that. If he's acting, it's a really good job. That actually does kind of convince me that this could be more of a real haunting than them faking it. Or I don't know if he lives alone. I don't know if he's renting. I wouldn't put it past a landlord to try to get somebody out so he could raise the rent. Things like that happen. But if he owns the home, he knows it, knows every square inch, isn't putting motorized things in, automatic faucets, and the shadow could be a reflection and an angle. Could be. I don't know if it is or not, but yeah, that's the one comment that makes me think, you know what, this could be real. Because I think it's very difficult to fake breathing like that, and I did hear that on the video. So, you know, you kind of changed my mind a little bit, Lori Clarkson. Good job. Maybe not all fishing string and wire. Go get queso now. All right, enough of the commenting and responding and all that. I burned way too much of this first part of this video. Let's get into it and start. We got more Depths of Despair tonight. We're kind of behind 2 weeks on his stuff, so I'll probably have one tomorrow. This is going to be the only video because it's so late. I got on late. You know, I'm still catching up on rest, and doing this and my full-time job really does take its toll. So I still am trying to put out stuff every day. So that's why I'm doing a live reaction tonight, because it's going to be a little shorter. I don't have to think about or control the Hollow Knight tonight. Tomorrow will be probably more Hollow Knight and more reaction video, that type of stuff. Probably going to hit some of the harder areas in Hollow Knight. We're kind of getting to it. Plus, we tainted the main area, so as somebody commented, GG on that one. So we're going to go with the latest one, 5 scary videos that trigger anxiety. We're going to do that. Pause it. Let me do the screen capture. And let's go full screen. Maybe. There we go. Look at that. How about full stop, full tour shot here? You guys got the full blown, whatever. Let's get into it. Vacant. And with that.
Vacant. The following video was taken on September the 3rd of 2025 by a man named Craig. Craig was doing some construction work on his wife's grandmother's house, which was completely vacant and empty with no furniture. On the last day of construction, as he finished up working on the house, he noticed something in the corner of his eye. So he pulls his phone out to record and captures this. At the window, a pale grey hand can be seen moving the blinds, and then a pale figure peeks out before quickly hiding. Not sure how someone could have got in there right after he just walked outside. He rushes in to see who's there, but doesn't find anyone in the house or by the window. Now, after this incident, things would only get more
Okay. That looks like a look that to me. Now the thing is that it does look like, as I said, manifestly this, and it's just the groom, the bed has a step there, just putting down to the bed, that's that. Usually, hauntings, even when intense, are pretty subtle. Um, Doors kind of open and close. I think those are kind of easy to do. I've never seen shutters open like that before. So that's pretty intense. But again, that one is easy to fake. There's just a dude standing there looking out in costume. He can say that there wasn't a guy in there all he wants, but there was something in there. More than likely, it was a dude just standing in there, maybe trying to fake it in makeup or something. Maybe not. Maybe we're just seeing it at a weird angle or something. It does look a little weird in the motion. That's the only thing I'll give it. Oh, one more thing on the comment that they just got used to it. What's more likely? That they got used to a ghost in the house, or that they're faking the video? I think that it's more likely they were faking the video than he's just gotten used to a ghost living with him that keeps getting more and more aggressive. All right.
intense and strange for Craig. Craig bought a simple camera for his daughter, and after about a week of taking pictures, he found a disturbing photo on it with no explanation. After showing the photo to Craig's mother-in-law, she's shocked and said it looks exactly like her grandmother, who passed away in the early 80s. It's not clear if this picture is responsible for the strange activity inside the house, but recently things have been getting worse.
It looks like it looks like a picture of a picture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder if he found a picture in the house that the family hadn't seen in a long time, and he just took a picture of that picture, and then said, "Hey, this weird thing just showed up out of nowhere on my phone or on my picture on my camera." And then he showed it to her, and of course she's gonna say, "Well, that just looks like the grandmother who died in the 80s." Anyway, let's see how it escalated.
No, it's not a squatter's because I've been working in the house about maybe 2.5, 3 months beforehand. And this was the last day of work in there. I just removed all my tools from the property. And when I say the house was empty, there was nothing. There was nothing in it. No furniture, no tools. I mean, there's nothing. It's an empty home. So seeing the blinds twitching from the corner of my eye is what made me go ahead and take the pictures that I did. I was actually trying to video it. But anyway, as soon as I seen this, I entered the home again, looked around in the closets, everywhere you think someone could hide. I mean, there's not many places, shower or whatever. Went in there, looked up in the attic, and there was nothing. And that was a hard thing to do, let me tell you. I'd rather have found somebody in that house because it would actually give me answers. Right now I have no answers.
Craig explains he has no clue what was lurking inside that house, but believes it may have been something paranormal, and he would rather have found an actual person inside the house instead.
So I would agree with him if he's not faking it. That's paranormal. And I agree, it would have probably been better to actually have found somebody, even if they're creepy. At least that would be a real explanation. Another explanation could be somebody was in the house, and it's almost like somebody was looking to see if he was gone, but they weren't being very careful about it. And when they realized, oh crap, he's still there and he's looking at me, They could have taken off through the house and gotten out a back door or side door or something, or even a window that was left unlatched and they had opened to get into the house. They may have left it open so for a quick escape, which is what they did. But I don't know.
Bed, as he is now creeped out to enter the place.
See how far? Look at how far he had to go. Like the first example here. He's back behind the truck, so he's got a long distance to cover. If somebody looked out, pulled it all the way down, saw he was still there, and saw he was looking at him, that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time for somebody to get out of the house. So that could be what happened.
I'd rather have found somebody in that house because it would actually give
inside that house, but believes it may have been something paranormal, and he would rather have the house.
Yeah.
no answers.
Wait.
Craig explains he has no clue what was lurking inside that
Oh,
house.
where does it show him behind it?
Instead, as he is
See right here. See how far back he is? Look at how far he's got to go. He's got to cross. He's probably out on the sidewalk by the street here when he sees that. So what we're seeing is a blown up version of that. But if he crosses immediately, he's got to probably unlock that door too. So he's got to open up the screen, unlock the door, go in and see if anybody's in there. By that point, whoever that is, they're out of the house. I mean, who knows what the layout of that house is? We don't really know. But if it's pretty straight shot, they could have definitely been out of there.
Creeped out to enter the place. Many people think it could be something sinister imitating the grandmother, but until further updates, this one remains a mystery. By the pool, a woman named Lacey received a video.
By the way, that was a very clear video. There wasn't a lot of pixelation. I really like that one. It gives us a clear understanding. You know, we don't see just a blob. So I like those clear shots. I hope we get more of what we just saw because that was incredible. That was an incredible video.
Video from her sister late one night. Her sister and her little niece had just gotten a pool and had ordered some solar lights to light up the pool so they can see it at night and use it in the evening too. So
That's
she
cool.
decided to record a video of the pool showing how cool it looked to send to her sister Lacey when something strange is captured. Watch closely.
Have we seen this? It feels like I've seen this.
I might be able to do it on the phone.
Yeah, we've seen this. That is
What looks like a white ghostly figure.
See, it's weird because the camera follows it and then it goes out of frame for a second.
Figure can be seen running
like
around
she's not paying attention.
Yet the only two people there was Lacey's.
Oh, see, it turned around and went back the other way. That's what happened right there. This could be a real person, and they're just like, oh, whoop, somebody's filming. I'm on camera. I need to get out.
Sister recording and her niece who can be seen looking at the pool. Even stranger is that this figure seems to pass right through her niece. It wasn't until Lacey received the video that she noticed the ghost and pointed it out to her sister, who says she saw nothing.
That looks edited. I'm sorry. That looks edited.
So is this a ghost caught on camera or something else? You judge.
And then it starts cutting back.
The storage unit. On August the 29th of 2025, a woman named Dom was at her storage unit all by herself, moving some things around and sorting her stuff out since she's in the process of moving out, when all of a sudden she notices something chilling.
I'm over here at the storage, and I don't know if it's me, but y'all tell me I don't see that.
See what? Oh.
No. I don't know if it's just a fan, like, going in and out, but the fuck is that? Duh.
Go down and check it out.
I don't... Maybe I'm bugging.
Dude, if you're that uncomfortable, close up the locker, lock it up immediately, That thing's not going to come down at you faster than you can just dart around that corner. Now, I don't know if you'll make it out. I don't know where the exit is from there. Let's go back.
I don't...
Let's see. Does it show an exit? No. No, it doesn't. That's weird. It is weird that layout of this. Where's the exit?
Just be prepared to get out if you really need to. But I'd go down and...
Or at least get closer so you could see what it was. If it really is a fan, like, it does seem to be rhythmic. It has its own rhythm. It comes out every so often. So she could be right on.
No, I know y'all just see that, right?
Yeah.
Oh!
From the corner of her eye, Dom notices what looks like a
It
dark
does look like a
peeking
fan.
out to her from the end of the hallway. At first, she thought it could just be a fan moving in and out.
Yeah.
But after noticing it peeking out differently each time, she gets creeped out and leaves the place.
Yeah,
After
no,
a
you
few
should.
days, she has to head back inside to access her stuff, and she realizes there isn't any stationary fans at all.
Well, yes.
See, it's my story. And I'm honestly, I'm like acting like you guys are human, or... Bitch, I might be living here tonight. No.
After checking the whole place is empty,
I know.
she suddenly hears one of the roller.
I know she freaked out. I get that she's scared, but that comment was amazing. It really was. I might be living here tonight. Oh. So she checked out the whole place, and it was empty. There was no one in it, right?
I'm not doing this.
After checking the whole place is empty, she suddenly hears one of the roll-up doors opening or closing on its own, causing her to get freaked out and close herself in her own storage space for a long while, before coming back out. Dom has no idea who or what this was.
That was an
Daycare
interesting one.
center. This next video comes from a woman whose mother runs her own daycare center inside her house.
I think I've seen
And
this one
was
too.
taken on September the 9th of 2025. On one day while the mother is looking after...
All these are really recent. September 9th. We're still in September of 2025. So, I mean, it's September, what, 26th that day? So, yeah, these are all really recent. I like that.
some of the kids at the center.
New.
One of them
Fresh
suddenly
meat.
gets frightened and ends up scaring the rest of them. But this isn't the only strange thing that her security camera managed to capture at this time. What happens next left her utterly terrified. Watch closely.
Was there something in the house? It's kind of what it looked like. Okay. Well, we should notice it, right? Whatever's going on.
Did you do that? Were you in there? Were you in there? No. Who knocked this over? Who knocked this over?
Well, it kind of was just there. That's the problem with the kids. Want to leave your business of watching kids.
The boy can be seen completely spooked by something in the other room. Then seconds later, when the woman goes inside to check
I knew it was going to be
the big
that little
playhouse
structure.
suddenly falls over all on its
Yeah,
own,
the playhouse.
even
You
though
could
there
tell.
aren't any children touching.
It's weird how, like, I mean, possibly this is paranormal. Possibly. But it's weird how I'm thinking the entire time, I'm like focused on this playhouse. Like, this is, I just know this is where it's going to be. This, whatever's going to happen, it's the playhouse. And then it is. So it's like, it couldn't have been like something peeking out of the doorway or something down the stairs. When it's the thing I think it's supposed to be, and especially when it's right in the middle, it's tough to think that this is not fake, that it's real. And the way that it falls over, it could definitely be fishing string that just gets pulled. Now, the reactions of herself and the kids don't seem to they all seem like they're naturally reacting and they're naturally freaked out by this. So this could be paranormal. It could be. Or it could be fake. I don't know for sure, but you tell me in the comments. You guys have been very vocal lately. Let me know.
It or near it. Nobody had been able to explain what was going on, but after uploading the video, someone noticed something that makes this video all the more creepy. Take a look.
See, I thought at one point I saw something in the house.
You saw that too, right? A pair of hands can be seen at the top of the room holding on above the outside of the door frame before slowly retracting back into the room, right as the boy panics and runs out of it. After noticing all this, the daycare owner's daughter makes an update video explaining the situation.
I just wanted to quickly show you exactly what it was that was scaring the little kid that my mom was watching. So pretty much the house, and obviously you guys saw that it fell, but the other thing I wanted to point out was that it's pretty hefty, so
it's pretty
really
sturdy. Yeah.
make any sense that it would just fall on its own like that. This is the room. The crazy thing about this is that there was like markings at the top of the entranceway of like the doorway, and I guess in the video you can see hands gripping onto the doorway. I don't really know what to make of that. I thought at first that it was like bugs or something like that, but it looked almost like
It does look like
two
hands.
Yeah. Gripping on the top, like leading into this room, just like. But the main thing, and the reason that the little boy was screaming, is actually in here. We have this covered up for a reason. Apparently, the little boy told my mom that he saw a face in these mirrors. We already found someone who's going to take it off our hands and pick it up off Facebook Marketplace.
After questioning the boy, they found out that...
Well, that could be the wisest move. There's a lot of paranormal activity and people who know a lot about paranormal know, man, there's a lot of thumps and stuff coming from the ceiling tonight. A lot of people who know the paranormal know that a spirit can attach itself to an object, or at least that's the theory, or a person, or a place. Person, place, or thing. So it could be that whatever's haunting this place, if it's a real haunting, it has attached itself to this dresser with the mirrors, and selling it might be the wisest move. It may go with whoever buys it. So whoever buys this, heck, I hope that you have something on camera after that. That would be very interesting. That would lend more credence to something actually being real versus fake, because two different people having those incidences, I mean, yes, they could fake it together. It could be. It could go on 13 people could own this, and each one of them experienced something paranormal with it, and they all fake it. They all get it on YouTube, and it just keeps growing. Everybody's getting more views. Same old, same old. But I think it's a wise move for them to at least get rid of it if this is a true paranormal haunting.
He screamed because he had seen a face in the vanity mirror, even
It'd
though
be
he was the only one
interesting.
in the room at the time.
It would be interesting if we saw one now.
Ever since then, they have covered the mirror up with a sheet to avoid any of the kids getting scared again. They also decide to leave the child safety gate closed until the buyer from Facebook Marketplace comes to take the mirror off their hands. However, a few nights later, the daughter of the daycare notices the child safety gate opening all on its own through the security camera, so she decides to go and check it out.
Uh-oh. There's gonna be something here. There's gonna be something that makes you fear.
That's f***ing creepy.
I'm gonna take that shot.
Do it again.
Watch it. Yeah. I was gonna say, open it again. And it's gonna open. Oh, no, she opened it.
Yeah. Okay. Do it again. I'll wait.
It must do it again, because we're all watching.
Do it again.
Thanks for the follow.
Open the gate.
Rosie Finn, 50, thank you for the follow. You're number 40 on Twitch. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Wait, I missed it. We gotta go back. Rosie, thank you for the follow. That was a nice little note added to it.
As she waits for the safety gate to open again,
yeah,
the sheet
it moves.
on the mirror suddenly pokes out by itself, catching her attention.
This
Then,
could be
when
real
she focuses
paranormal.
on
I
the
mean,
sheet covering the mirror,
that could be
she
fishing
notices
string, but
something
the
even more
way, the
terrifying.
quickness that it
As
moves,
she gets a little bit closer, what looks like indents or fingers can be seen pressing up against
it
the
is
cover,
weird.
slowly getting
That's
clearer,
harder to fake.
which instantly scares the girl out of the room. And as
That's
we saw
harder
earlier,
to fake.
the only thing under the covers was the mirror itself up against the wall,
Nothing on my
which
sleeves.
doesn't have any moving mechanisms,
Presto.
so nothing should move. But something clearly does. Now, after witnessing this horror for herself, she has now locked the door completely and shut the safety gate until the buyer comes to collect the mirror.
That we're gonna keep the room closed
I'd like
from the kiddos
to
now, so
see,
they can play
seriously,
in
I'd like to,
space.
if the buyer, whoever the buyer is, if they have some footage, because I'm sure, I mean, now it's the 27th. So this was that was September 6th when the original footage happened. I think that was September 7th, maybe the 8th. I'd imagine we're almost 20 days past, almost 3 weeks past that. If the buyer has any footage of paranormal activity that happened to them, I'd like to see it.
But as it stands, this creepy mystery has yet to be explained. Military base. A Russian urban explorer was wandering around a secluded area deep in the woods, very far out from any towns, when he happened to stumble.
Just a real quick reminder that different paranormal things happen, and it's almost like there are different flavors of paranormal activity depending on where you're at in the world, and the way things look paranormally, like the ghosts and stuff, look different. There's just this, it's almost like how sometimes when people are speaking English or they have accents. It's kind of like that. with visuals for paranormal. So when you go to Japan, you see almost these Japanese types of ghosts. And Indonesia is kind of the same thing. And when you go to, most of the Western world, Paris, Paris. When you go to France, England, Ireland, Scotland, the United States, they kind of have their own flavor. And then you go down to like South America and Mexico, they have their own flavor. Australia has kind of their own flavor of ghosts. They all kind of look slightly different. They're all a little different. And that makes me doubt more of the paranormal, simply because shouldn't it all look the same? Maybe not. But that makes me think, nah, it's not real. Let me grab some lotion, but we're going to keep going with this.
Military base, so he decides to explore the old facility, and as he does so, he captures something undeniably chilling.
Yeah, he's going to capture a shadow figure. A lot of baloney. Oh, he's out? What? Oh, that is weird. There's all sorts of animals there captured, so they're like in cages or something. Lines. Prophetic? It's weird that he kind of brings this flavor. Whoa! Whoa! I think you know what that was, sir.
As he pans around each room, he notices a creepy pale figure suddenly moving.
I mean, that could be paranormal. It could be a ghost. But it could be somebody living there. I mean, if somebody was homeless, living there, ratty, kind of, it doesn't seem like there's running water or electricity there. I don't think they're going to be doing a lot of clothing washing, shower taking, keeping their hair cut and all of that. Is this one of those where we're going to have blobby? Oh, yeah. Oh, I had it. Perfect. Do it again.
As he pans around each room, he notices...
Oh, just a little. Just like 1 second. I need a 1 second.
As he pans around each room, he notices...
Yeah, it's kind of blobby, but that's a great stop right there. Dang it. My brain... You know what this actually, to me, kind of looks like? It doesn't look like it has a face. It looks like there's a wig and clothing on a frame. You know what I'm describing? A mannequin. It does look like the mannequin leans out, but that could be an angle. Because as he's moving around and shifting and the camera moving, it does look like it could actually just be standing there. And if you look, his light is actually hitting the figure, which is causing a shadow on the wall behind it. So this actually is physically there, whatever that is. But I could see this being maybe an old gift shop somewhere, and maybe they had shirts and stuff, or the PX. A lot of bases will have stores on them. So if this is an old base, it's possible that this was the store that people would go and buy cigarettes and milk and candy and all of those things from. And they might have had mannequins with some clothing on them, with the clothing for sale. So this could just be a mannequin. Or also, if it does actually move, it would be funny to me as a teenager knowing this guy's around and knowing he's probably coming this direction, if there just happened to be a mannequin in there, just move it a little bit. See what this guy does. And he freaks the heck out. I would laugh my butt off. I would laugh hysterically at that. Is it haunted? I don't know. You tell me. You see it right there.
Is a creepy pale figure suddenly moving out towards him from one of the dark rooms. The Russian explorer quickly makes a run for it without turning back.
Now, to be fair, there's a nice shot of it too. But to be fair, if this guy and I were in the same position where I was exploring and I took this camera in here and I saw that, I would have run too. I would have crapped my pants and bugged out. Just get out of there.
After this, he decided to search up the history of the place and found out that many people died here. He decided to search up the history of the place.
It looks like the leg planted and came out. Like it actually took a step. That's interesting. Let's look at this frame for frame one more time. Oop, I went too far. Oh, he's going to show it again. We're going to watch through it. It does look like it's moving.
But just who or what?
Yep, it is absolutely moving.
If you have any video
recommendations,
you can send
my first theory, I would go back to my first theory, that this is some sort of homeless individual who happens to be living there. And he's... Oh, it's 0. We have a 0 level? See, I'm telling you, why... This is another pet peeve of mine I've said on other podcasts, but not paranormal ones. 0 is not a number. 0 is not a number. So it should have went 6 to 1, and when 1 is done, that's it. Are we going to go to negative? Are we going to have like -1 now? Because that would make more sense than just going to 0. And what I really hate are lazy, stupid programmers that program video games, especially on the phone, those phone apps. You'll be building a structure, you'll be upgrading a structure, and it'll be counting down, and it'll go 3, 2, 1, 0, 1 more second, and then the upgrade finishes. When you hit 1, when it hits 0, when that 0 occurs, upgrade immediately. There should be no 0 shown on the screen. 0 doesn't exist. You're out of time at that point. What are we doing? What are we doing, people?
In this next video, a man was driving home late in the evening after having a long day out. And on his way back home, he noticed something strange. So he checked his Cybertruck's dash cam and realized he wasn't imagining things. So he pulls his phone out to record it, and this is what he captured.
Guys, look. There's no one here. No one in this corner.
Okay. Okay.
Still, nobody here. Look at my left camera.
Okay, we're rolling up to the corner. Well, that's weird. We're going to stop here. This almost looks like an AI image that was, I mean, the movement that it comes into frame with, this really looks like AI to me. It has that look and feel of it wants to put something there, and it knows, like, it wants to put a fat construction worker there, right? You've described a fat construction worker standing on the side of the road to AI. AI knows sort of what that should look like and is drawing it and places it in there. So the movement coming in is a little funky,
and then it's incomplete. And you don't see a head either, because the head is out of frame. Very weird. I agree. There's no one there. This should not be there, but it looks like AI when it comes in. So I'm going to rewind it. We're going to watch it again, and I'm sure he'll show it again. But when it comes into frame, look at the movement and how it's created. Because it looks very AI to me. See, there's no hand, the hand's incomplete. Oh. Dude. It's a real dude. He's just missing a hand. But it still looks AI. It still looks AI to me. The blank expression, like he's sort of looking at.
As you can see from the front and left.
And the guy looks like the guy in the truck was wrong. Like, his hands at the end. It's almost like he's complaining that the truck I'm sitting in, as he crossed the street, like, he didn't see it. Yeah, he didn't see you because you left it.
Cameras, there is nobody anywhere near the side of the road. Then, as the car drives forward a little more, all of a sudden a man just appears extremely close to the car. And as he drives away, the man just stands there looking at him and signals with his hands. The video has gained over 3 million views in a short time, and it has left many viewers baffled.
It's like the guy ran in from somewhere and was standing there. Almost like he was trying to get hit and get like a payday or something. I don't know. I don't know. If you were the guy, I'd like to just post a video of your set explaining that happened there. If you're really that bad at that, into that video.
In another video, a man named Alejandro Gonzalez was taking his two dogs, Thanos and Zeus, for a walk around midnight, simply because he was too busy during the day. But this would turn out to be a big mistake.
So, a couple things already in the video. Why is he sprinkling them with flour? Is that some sort of detection? It's weird that he's sprinkling them with flour like that. Is it breast flour? Is it like holy water? It seems very strange that he's doing that. Maybe it's food powder. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know.
Mistake for him. He decides to walk around a lake that they would usually visit when out of nowhere, his dogs begin to act strangely, as if deeply unsettled, and then they start barking frantically at something in the dark.
Vamos. Primero vamos a ver. No quiero que se me vayan a perder. Aquí. ¿Qué traes, Zeus? Espérate. Zeus. ¿Qué traes? ¡Quieto! ¡Quieto! ¡Danos! ¡Set! ¿Qué tienes? ¡Set! ¡Quieto! No hay nada, cálmate. Zeus, aquí. ¿Qué tienen? Aquí.
He's looking at the ground for the most of this video. And even when he kind of pans up, well, it doesn't go far enough. Like, you're seeing the light, but it's like, it's still the same road, only like maybe even just 100 feet ahead. Dogs, and especially men, dads, and cats for that matter, animals in general, can see much better than a fan, and that's good at a fan. The thing that kind of bothers me about this is, you don't know if it's on there, it's just off there, it's nothing that the other thing that the dogs are saying. It could be literally anything at this point. It could be an animal. And it could be a dangerous one, which is why they're acting the way they are. They understand that there is a predator out there and that they are in danger, and they need to start defending themselves and bulking themselves up, making themselves seem dangerous, so that the predator thinks, this is not an easy meal. I can find easier prey. Let me move on.
Cálmense porque están nerviosos.
goodness. That is a good shot. There's nothing out there. That's a little bit.
Espérate. ¿Quién es este? Oh, shit.
Well, I understood that.
¿Hay una persona ahí o qué es eso? Espérate.
I can't see it.
Danos.
I can't see it.
¿Qué es eso? Espérate, cálmate. Danos. Quieto, Zeus, quieto. Danos.
Oh, there we go.
¿Una persona? Aquí. Danos. Aquí, Zeus.
Creepy looking. It looks like a woman.
Zeus, aquí. Gio. Danos. Vete. Aquí. Danos.
I think this is paranormal.
Zeus, sit. Danos.
The reason why that I think it's paranormal is the reaction of the animals. They see it. It's something's physically there. Now, personally, other things. If that person at best, those animals, I think the animals that somewhat different. I know I've seen videos where that's that, and that's don't know, and that recognize it's somebody that they act like this. So that's possible. But the ghost, then, I would think would be more nervous and want to get away. But realistically, it's getting closer. Every time he pans up, unfortunately, you're not seeing it very well. I'm hoping when he slows it down, we'll see it a lot better here in a second.
Zeus, quieto. Danos. Zeus, quieto.
Why aren't they on a leash?
Quietos. Quédense ahí. Quieto ahí. Cálmense. Shh, quietos. ¿Qué es eso?
It is kind of fading in and out.
Quietos.
Alejandro sees a white figure which causes the dogs to bark and feel
It's like a
threatened.
woman in a wedding
The
dress.
figure slowly approaches him as he focuses on calming his dogs down.
One of them is
As the
not
figure
on a
approaches
leash.
him, it suddenly turns back and moves
Well-trained
away,
animal,
back
though.
into the darkness, probably realizing that the dogs are ready. It may just be the darkness, but whatever this thing is, looks like it doesn't have a head. Could it just be some disturbed person?
It may not have a head, but it looks like it has black hair. And in the area that he's in, this is probably South America, most people have dark or black hair. That's going to match the night. So if it's facing away, which it looks like from the cut of the dress, this person's now facing away and walking away, that dark hair is going to cover their head. You're not going to see a head because it's black hair. So that to me doesn't necessarily mean this thing doesn't have a head. It's just you can't see it because the hair matches the background.
Many people believe it's La Llorona, who is often said to appear near a lake. But let me know what you think. On vacation.
So the last video had no number. Now we're on to a bonus one. I think we've seen this one. I think this is the one where she takes the picture of her friends, and we've seen this a couple times now. This guy's pretty good. Sometimes there's extra footage here, so maybe there will be here. We'll see.
On September the 7th of 2025, a girl named Keeney went on vacation to Mexico with a group of 3 friends. At some point during their stay in the hotel room, while the friends were having fun in the room together, Keeney decided to take some photos of her 3 friends in the dark with flash using a disposable camera. After returning home and looking over the pictures, she notices something horrifying.
Nothing in this picture. This is it. Now, we've already talked about this, so I'm not going to say too much more.
In the bedroom behind the 3 friends,
we still see the same creepy face.
As if shrouded in the dark. Upon looking closer, her facial features can be made out, but it looks really creepy. Keeney explains that it was just her taking the picture of her 3 friends and has no idea who or what this could be, which left her terrified. If you want to see some of the best...
You know, I've seen people who actually have AI-generated images that take something like that and sharpen it all up and give more depth, light, and color to it. So I'd really like to see that being used here. In that, what exactly are we seeing in that picture? That's new information for you guys. I have not shared that before, but I thought about it the other day after I watched this video, and I thought, you know, because the guy was giving image enhancement of the UFO on that other video we watched from Mod Tricka the other day. So it made me think, well, why couldn't they just do that with this picture or some of the other pictures I've seen over the years that could lend more credence to that? I like how Depths of Despair has these thumbnails that are way over the top, and they never you're not going to see any of these in the videos ever. You're not going to see it. So I find that interesting. Maybe I should do that. That's an AI, that's an images. Anyway, so that's an best. This video is really definitely that right now. I'm going to think about it for a split second, but I think that I went over all the comments and out and all. That was kind of the end of that. But be on tomorrow at some point with some Paul night and some more reaction. There's another one of these at least. So we'll do that first in the morning. Until then, you guys be good to each other.